So good to see you. I know we were just having some laughs and some jokes before this, before we press record. I'm so excited to talk about this topic with you today, and that is when your intuition says, slow down.
Yeah, mine's been doing that this week, saying slow down. And my part of me wants to say, screw you, I don't want to slow down. I want to do X, Y, Z. But the wise part of me says, listen to that and take action and trust that you'll understand why, maybe not in the moment, but you'll look back and go, oh, now I see why my intuition was telling me this, because I have a lot of incomplete cycles of action in my head to slow down. I need to complete a few tasks and get clear on some things. And then my intuition will say, time to move.
Yeah, I think that's so well encapsulated, is that your body knows, your intuition knows when it's time to go, when it's time to slow down, and when it's maybe just time to pause and maybe do a little redirect. And oftentimes, I know myself, I love getting things done. I like getting things done with velocity, moving with speed. And when my intuition like pops in and is like, hey, slow down, just trust, I'm like, oh, it's like, I find it so challenging to listen to it. And I almost like envision like having these like restraining, like physical restraints on me when my intuition says that. It's like I have to put them on so that I'm not just going automatically with what that routine is or what's going on in my life, because the intuition is doing it for a reason, right?
Yeah. I remember in practice, I saw this a lot with patients who would come in and they just injured themselves, or they just got sick really badly. And I was like, what was happening right before that? And sure enough, on most every case, their intuition and their physiology was saying, don't do that, or don't eat that, or you really need to rest. You need to chill out. And I said, what did you do when your intuition was telling you these things? Well, I just ignored it and I kept on doing it. And then your physiology, as wise as it is, will force you to stop if you don't do it on your own. So I learned over the years, it's wise to take the advice of your intuition. If it's telling you to slow down and stop, pay attention, or you're going to run into a wall and crash, and then you'll be forced to take time out. And I always hated taking time out when I didn't have any control over it. So I'd much rather be in control of the time I take out, even though I may not understand it and it feels not what I want to do, but it's still the wise thing is just to listen to your body.
Mm-hmm. I love what you said, and I see the same thing in my practice and within myself. It's when my body says slow down and I don't listen, the first thing I get is a cold, and the body's like, I told you so, you should have listened. But what I've done now to keep that busy mind kind of at ease, or more at ease, is just get into some journaling, or tease out, what's going on right now. And it's just, or even just writing out, what's going on, what's coming up for you. Is there another piece? Maybe I'm meant to pivot a certain way, or change something, or tweak something. And usually I'll get that confirmation within my body or my intuition saying, hey, yeah, once that connection's made of the next step, then to take those steps. So for me, when I hear that coming up and there's a bit of resistance about moving forward, body saying slow down, I like to, so these are just options people can try, find out what works best for you. I like yoga. I like breath work. I also like journaling, doing some mindset work. What do you typically use, Dave?
Yeah, I noticed that the breath work probably works better for me than anything. If I can just stop, turn my brain off a bit, connect to my breath. And you've helped me with this several times. When I can just tap in and get really centered and calm everything down, get really present, quiet the mind, it just makes such a difference. And I can see more clearly and things are more understandable. And it's like I get off that hamster wheel for a minute. I'm just sitting relaxing. Then things become more clear. And so that's probably the number one thing I do is that action.
I love that. And if people would like to connect with you, ask more about your tools, techniques, or how you do things, where can they find you?
drdavetuck.com is on my website, but also it's my Facebook, LinkedIn. So just you can find me there. So what about you? Where do we find you?
I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I also have a website, empowerchirokw.com. So feel free to say hello, or if you have a topic you would love to learn more about, mindset, high performance, we'd love to share it. So
yeah, this is what we do. We love doing this. So join us.
yeah. Okay, awesome. Take care, Dave.
See you next time.